Now making his way to the cage for this 3-round featherweight attraction. Fighting out of the blue corner from Kent, England, Steve O'Keefe.
So here is our first featherweight, Steve O'Keefe, and he is representing Combat Sports Academy. Comes with a 6-2 record and is 2-1 in Cage Warriors competition. Very good fighter indeed, who had a little bit of trouble against Conor McGregor. He lost that fight. Things weren't exactly as they should have been outside of the cage for him, and he really lost the drive to compete. He's since taken some time out, really worked on his game. He's been enjoying all the elements of mixed martial arts again, and he definitely feels like he's ready and back to put on a war this evening.
Yeah, I mean, it was an uncharacteristically long layoff for Steve O'Keefe. Hasn't been in our cage since February 2012. This is his 4th appearance here on Cage Warriors, as you mentioned, that outing against McGregor. But, you know, this guy is a true athlete. 5 of his 6 wins are by way of submission. They're all chokes. He's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu purple belt, recently fought at the European Championships. And the one thing he's always had in abundance is incredible strength and conditioning. Also a black belt in Taekwondo, so dangerous striking to watch out for as well.
His opponent fighting out of the red corner from Liverpool, England. Here is Chris Fishgold.
It's our pleasure to introduce Chris Fishgold, representing Next Generation and coming with a perfect 7-0 record. It is his first time at Cage Warriors. He's very happy to be here indeed. He has a very good formula of takedown, ground and pound, and submission if it's presented to him. He doesn't think that Steve O'Keefe has anything to trouble him whatsoever. He is 20 years of age, full of confidence, and he's been out a while as well, Josh. Yeah, he's been very active in his young career.
He's been out since October 2011. Firstly through to injury, then he had fights cancelled on him. I mean, he's undefeated, 7-0. 6 of those 7 wins are by submission, 4 of them by rear naked choke. I mean, he trains very diligently. He was an incredibly hot prospect, but with this much time out of the cage, just how much better is he going to be already?
Well, he's got some real great sparring partners down at Next Generation. It's exciting to see him with us.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, 3 rounds. This in the featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 7 inches tall. Official weight 145 1/4 pounds. As a professional, in 8 bouts, he has 6 victories and 2 defeats. Fighting out of Kent, England, here is Steve, the Spartan O'Keefe. And next, his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. Also a mixed martial artist, he stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. Official weight 145 3/4 pounds. Perfect in his campaign inside the cage. 7 bouts, 7 victories, and no defeats. Here is the submission specialist from Liverpool, England, undefeated, Chris Fishgold. Referee in charge, Neil Hall.
Neil Hall is the 3rd man in this much anticipated clash. These 2 were scheduled to fight before. We have Chris Fishgold in the multicolored white trunks.
Ready? Yes.
We have Steve O'Keefe in the brown shorts.
I'm really curious to see the striking battle between these two. Both of these guys are incredibly submission heavy on their win record.
And O'Keefe looks for the opportunity to take this down, but he's left his head there.
Yeah, big pickup immediately from O'Keefe. Guillotine coming in quickly from Fishgold.
He's
well,
turning it
straight
round
to
to
mount. O'Keefe's going to have to be very careful here. Oh, and he's looking to try and... He's had to present his back in this mount escape.
Paul Rimmer is asking for Fishgold to take the back. Paul Rimmer being the head coach at Next Generation.
Well, I mean, Steve O'Keefe did everything right there. It was very nice work to stay calm, turn away, really get the shrimp in, retain his guard. You know, but he is on his back here, and we've seen that Fishgold has some significant ground and pound in his arsenal.
He's a real workhorse down at the gym. Is Fishgold. Sees mixed martial arts as a way out.
Again, jumping on the guillotine. This could be deep here. Steve O'Keefe's hand is poised. Just going to be slowing himself down here. He's going to be staying calm. Trying to just keep the heart rate going. He's bridging up, trying. Oh, so so tight.
Fishgold looks...
He looks very, very calm.
Watch the eyes, watch the eyes.
Steve O'Keefe's trying to drive the head deeper. Oh, and he gets the tap!
That is it. Chris Fishgold is victorious in the very first round. He gets another submission victory. And for him, it is most certainly good to be back. Elation in the Next Generation corner. And screams of I'm back. A wonderful performance from Chris Fishgold. Steve O'Keefe very disappointed. It looked like he was trying to pull his neck out, but in doing so, I think it was just too much. And where he thought he might nearly be there, the submission just sunk in. But it's great to finally see Chris Fishgold in action. We're just waiting for Mr. O'Keefe to get back to the centre of the cage. I'm going to hand it over to Joe.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 1 minute, 34 seconds, round number 1. Submission by guillotine for your winner and still undefeated, Chris Fishgold.
Well done once again to Mr. Fishgold. He's with Josh.
I'm here with our winner, Chris Fishgold. Chris, undefeated, 8-0. How are you feeling?
Over the moon of being out a year and a half and back.
How does it feel to be back in the cage finally, get the win, and you know, do it in such emphatic fashion over Steve O'Keefe, who's a very tough fighter?
Feels over the moon. I've been training my ass off, pardon my language. Like, I've been killing myself, so if you know me at home, you know how much I've put into it, so the proof's there. Train hard. You know, who's next? Who wants it? Anyone?
You've got a really good team with you there at Next Generation. Obviously, you know, more than a year away from the cage, training with those guys. You're only going to get better. What have you got to say about them?
Everyone down at Next Gen is there to help. Paul's like a fucking dad to me. I'm training my ass off. Whoever wants it next, I'm only going to get better. You're going to get smashed.
Well, I'm sure Cage Warriors want to make it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for your winner, Chris Fishgold.